Okay, back out of Illinois, and it is not quite ready for inspection, but we have 5 days, and I just talked to Chris, and he says he has crews planning to come through the weekend, and on Monday, they're gonna get it all done. So, anyhow, you can see the lawn has been mowed. I'm gonna call my landscaper as soon as we get off of or as soon as I finish this video, and ask him to come over and take a look and get you a bid on some basic cleanup and a sprinkler system. So, I didn't point out before, they're buried in here. There's kind of like a little rock garden. If that was cleaned up, I mean, it's not the most amazing landscaping of all time, but it would be a fine little feature. So anyhow, exterior's all done. Windows are done. Obviously, roof is done. There's a couple little rose bushes here that, with a little bit of love and attention, they'll probably turn into nice little feature. Doors are like a dusty green. And I wanted to point out, we've been talking a lot about the driveway. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but I don't think there's any chance that these trees are going to be causing any problems with the foundation of the house itself. Looking at this concrete, so here's what I think is going on here. This was probably originally a 2-bedroom, 1-bath duplex on one side over here, and then a 1-bedroom, 1-bath on the right side. These two windows here in the middle, those were probably garages for each unit, and this was the driveway here to go up to there. So I think at some point somebody probably turned those garages into a bedroom, so you have a little bit bigger interior space, and you lost your garage, but you still have a big driveway. So all that being said, these two trees over here, they're pretty far away from the house, and the fact that you have a slab foundation is probably a pretty thick slab. I think it has done the roots. To me, like, it's pretty obvious right here, like you can see a root kind of popping up. It probably lifted up this right here, and so that's what's causing some of this on this first. There's really 2 big pads for the driveway. There's a seam right in the middle. I think that these cracks here are probably from these roots. I think back here, this is probably just not a great pour, and it's been here forever. None of this is really raised or lowered, it's just cracked. And so whoever put it in probably didn't do a very good job putting in a good base, and maybe didn't have a really good mix on the concrete. How the water to concrete ratio is really important. My guess is none of that happened, and it probably just over time cracked. So there's some pretty big cracks here. But like I said, we could do a few things to make this last a little bit longer, and I don't think it's going to be a make or break deal for anybody renting the house, but I totally get your concern. My non-expert opinion is that there's no way that those roots are going to have any effect on the foundation here. So I'm going to start on this side. I'm walking in. You can see, just to give you a feel for the door, I don't know, the lighting's all that great, but it's kind of a dusty green. And all the flooring's in, the painting is done. There's a little bit of touch-up painting to be done. They still have a little more trim work. Chris said that they are putting mini splits in on Monday, and I think we might have talked about those, but the mini splits are going to be the heating and cooling units, and they're really efficient. So there will probably be one up here and then one in the living room, the other one, and that would take care of the square footage for each one. So heading back here to the kitchen, all your cabinets and countertops are in, backsplash is in, and stove and microwave are right here. They're kind of floating off there to the left, and then they're most likely your refrigerator is going to go on the wall right here, so it's kind of floating on the other side, but there wouldn't really be an appropriate space over here unless you got a really narrow fridge, so that would probably be the way that it would work. But the cabinets look great, countertops look good. Coming into this back room, this is that little bonus room that you and I were talking about that, like I said, could theoretically be counted as a bedroom, but you can see you have to walk back through the kitchen to get there, and it's pretty small. This room's only about probably 8 by 7 feet, something like that. So there's the other one on the other unit is bigger, but I just wanted to show you back here. So it looks to me like this was a patio at one time, and somebody just closed the patio in. It's got a slab. It's probably not as thick as the slab for the house, but that would be my guess. The ceiling, if you can see, it kind of slants down to the left a little bit, kind of like you would see in a patio. That's my guess. This was just a little patio at some point, and it got closed in. And as a matter of fact, this wall right here it matches the exterior siding. So I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Feeling the floor, somebody probably just put 2x4s under here to lift this up off the concrete, then put some plywood on top of it and the flooring. So it's pretty simple. My 2 cents, if that ever were to cause you any problems, I would just tear it down and put an exterior door right there and you'd have a patio. No one's going to use that as a bedroom or anything like that. It'd probably just be storage, so I don't think it's that valuable of square footage, in my opinion. Okay, so we're over here. Got your laundry and water heaters installed. I don't remember if the water heater was here before, but you've got an electric water heater, expansion tank. You've got your supply and drain there, and then an electric washer and dryer hookup. Then coming down the hall, to the left, bedroom 1. You got bedroom 2 right here, and then at the end of the hall, you've got your bathroom. So bedroom 1, this is a pretty good sized bedroom. This is where I think this was probably originally a small garage. So simple bedroom. It's a good sized room though. This is it's probably 12 by 11 feet. Not a bad sized bedroom for a little place. Then bedroom number 2 right back here. And this is about 10 by 10, a little smaller of a bedroom, but do the job. And then finally, the bathroom I think was pretty much done the last time I was here, but bathroom, you've got your flooring in, it's just an LEB tile and a really teeny vanity over here. It's only, I think that's an 18-inch vanity. This is a pretty crowded bathroom. Yeah, because I remember talking about the shower being kind of narrow. It's great use of the space, but it's a pretty narrow shower. The pan there is only about probably 18 inches from end to end, so it's cozy. And you can see there's some touch-up painting left to do here as well. So that is this unit. I'll head over to the other one. Got some defined garden beds here. I think having the landscaper just throw down some weed barrier and bark and just some really basic perennials or a couple bushes, it would look really nice. Okay, living room over here. You can see there's still some touch-up painting to be done around those can lights, but getting pretty close. We've got the trim and everything here. I think there's just a couple spots where they need to put it in. So heading back to the kitchen. You got your bank of cabinets over there, kind of the same setup. You'll have, on this one though, your obviously your oven will go there and then your fridge would go up against that wall. This is a lot larger kitchen. It's actually big enough that somebody probably would put like a small bistro dining table in here and make this kind of like an eat-in kitchen. You can see they still need to trim out the bottom of the cabinets. There's some trim that needs to go over here. So a few little things, but they're very close. And then here's that bonus room. This room's a lot bigger. It's really narrow. So left to right from this angle, it's probably only 8 feet, but it's about 15 feet deep. So it's a lot bigger room. Somebody would use this, my guess, as a craft room, maybe an office. I think it's probably too narrow and awkward to make it a bedroom, but maybe like a little dining room too. So it's decent amount of space, but I think the construction here is the same, and I'll try to give you a look over here. So you can't really tell in the video, but the roof slants from this way to this way, just like you would see in a patio cover. And I can tell that there's not a slab under here like the rest of the house. So somebody built this up probably from a concrete slab from a patio. So I'm 99% sure that that's what's going on here. So anyhow, just to back up here, this side has a bigger patio space, and they finished up the fence and everything. So I think with a little landscaping, this would actually be pretty nice. You've got, this is I think that's a walnut tree. Yeah, a walnut tree. There's a bunch of fruit on it. Could be like a cool, quiet little private space. And then this door, I'll show you, it comes out from the hallway. So there's a couple ways to get to the patio. Okay. Now down the hallway, this first door on the left, you've got a bigger laundry room here. So you can see the same thing, electric down there on the bottom right. You've got your drain and supplies for your laundry right there. And then water heater there, same setup, it's electric. You've got your expansion tank, and there'll be some extra room in here, so tenants could put some shelving in the corner or something and have some extra storage. It's a good sized laundry room. I'm gonna go down this way. This is that door I just pointed out that goes to the patio. And then your bathroom here. Flooring's in, toilet's in, shower and everything are done. This just needs to be cleaned up. And then you've got the same vanity here, so it's pretty little vanity, but do the trick. Down at the end of the hallway here is bedroom number 1. Pretty standard bedroom. It's about 10 by 10. This is the front first bedroom closet. And I didn't point out, but he's got smoke detectors everywhere too, which are required for the permit. So this bedroom back here is a little bit bigger. It's probably 12 by 11. I think it kind of mirrors that bigger bedroom in the other side. The lights aren't hooked up in this room, so it's a little darker, sorry. And then the last bedroom right across the hall here. This is the one, again, that I think was probably the garage. You can see the drive is right there. So this room it's about 10 by 10. So it's a pretty small, basic room. I think they've got some shelving in the hall. I think they're probably going to use that. Yeah, they'll probably use that. I'm too close, but they'll put a shelf up here and then a hanger rod so that there's some storage in the closet as well. So that's where we are. There's still a little bit more work to do. I think that we're going to be fine being ready for the inspection on Wednesday. Save for like they might need to do a little cleanup. The inspector can work around that. So I hope this is helpful. I'm going to work on getting you a landscaping bid and we'll go from there.